What is going on, people? I am here for day number 26 of the 31 Days Hath October series, which I'm doing on this channel. For those of you who don't know what the 31 Days Hath October series is, it's my take on the 31 Days of Horror, 31 Days of Halloween, whatever have you. A whole bunch of people are doing some kind of 31 days. Pretty much, you're going to get 31 horror movie reviews in 31 days. That's a horror movie review every day for the month of October. So many people, like I said, are doing some kind of 31 days. So if you're the casual horror movie fan and you watch horror movies only during October, you'll have movies to watch forever almost. Because so many people are doing some kind of 31 days. If you're a avid horror movie watcher, you might see some reviews that maybe you've never seen the movie, you never heard of it, or maybe you just forgot about it. So if you're looking for new movies to add to your queue, then definitely check out everybody who's doing it. I'll get more into that at the end of this video. But like I said, I call mine the 31 Days Hath October because I do it a little bit different than most. I try to do more independent titles. If I can't get an independent title, I'll go a little bit bigger, like mainstream. And then I try to do them in alphabetical order. If I don't have a movie to go with the letter, I'll pivot and do something different. But I try to stay more independent, and I try to do, like I said, everything in alphabetical order. So today's letter is V. But before I get into that, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button if you enjoy this review. And of course, hit that bell button so you know when I do upload more stuff. It's almost the end of the month. In the beginning, I was saying, don't worry, don't hit that bell button because I'll do it, a video every day. But it's almost over, little less than a week left. So hit that bell button so after this month, you'll know when I upload more reviews or unboxings or anything like that. So also, if you enjoy this review, go ahead and comment. Let me know what you thought of the movie, or if you've never seen it before, or anything like that. Comment, let me, anything if you want to. And share this video. It helps, with the algorithm and stuff like that. So anyway, like I said, the letter that I'm going with is V. This one's not independent. It's not like huge mainstream. It was bigger back then. It was put out by Universal. But the movie is called Virus. This movie is released by Screen Factory. This movie was directed by Bruno. It's written by Chuck Pfarrer, who is the creator of Dark Horse comic book series Virus. Also written by Chuck Pfarrer. Okay, so the screenplay and the comic book were both written by Chuck Pfarrer. It stars Jamie Lee Curtis, Donald Sutherland, William Baldwin, among others. So pretty much what this is a little like Tugboat or whatever you have is out running. They're in the middle of the ocean and there's a huge typhoon and storm going on. So they end up trying to outrun this thing, and they end up running into this big Russian like research center kind of deal in the middle of the ocean, and pretty much to save themselves kind of deal, because this big storm's coming, and instead of being on a small little boat, they're like, let's board this thing, which pretty much is in the middle of nowhere. And they ended up boarding this thing, and they find out that this tanker or this research thing has now been taken over by like this alien life force kind of deal, who's taking over all these like mechanical things and robots, it looks like, and all that stuff. So now what should have, them trying to run for their lives from a storm, now they end up on this boat, on this gigantic ship, and now they gotta run from these machines and all that stuff. It has more of a sci-fi feel to it, but there is some gore, there is some horror movie horror aspects to it, but it's definitely on that like sci-fi-ish alien type deal, where at one point in time body parts are now thrown onto like machines and all that stuff. It's definitely, a little bit different. It's not I guess you can call it kind of like a creature feature, somewhat, because again, it's these machines and stuff. Not your everyday like monster type creature feature, but creatures in essence. Like I said, at certain points towards the end of it, you get human machine things, I guess you want to call it, like a joint human and machine hybrid, I guess you would call it. But yeah, this one definitely I remember watching. I always used to get this and Deep Rising mixed up, because Deep Rising is another one where you find a boat in the middle of nowhere and it's taken over by another kind of creature. But this one I remember, I'm like, wasn't there one with Jamie Lee Curtis, and it was Virus. So for every review I do, I leave the link for the IMDb page. I also leave the link for the trailer. So for those of you who might have done the same thing and got Deep Rising in this mixed up, I leave the trailer so you can check it out as well. I'll leave the link to where you can purchase it. Like I said, this is put out by Screen Factory, so it's got a whole bunch of stuff, from audio commentary from the director and writer, Eyes on the Storm, an interview with John Bruno, an interview with Dennis Feldman, I guess an actor, intro into the Woods, interview with actor Marshall Bell, Monsters and Men and Machines, the special effects from Virus, audio commentary with the director again, vintage featurette, Ghost in the Machine, vintage featurette with the cast and crew interviews, deleted scenes, theatrical trailer, and still gallery. So for those of you who don't know too much about Screen Factory, their releases, they load a lot of their stuff with special features. So there's a whole bunch of new stuff that if you've had this on DVD or whatever, they added a whole bunch of new stuff. If you've never had it before, probably one of the better ways to add to your collection. But like I said, in the description, I'll leave the write-up from the IMDb page, a trailer, and where you can purchase it. Also, I'll leave everybody else who's doing 31 days, I'll leave a link to their page. If you've seen this one already, or you've seen all the other movies I've done on my 25 other days, I'll leave a link for everybody. The 13th Wolfman's doing some kind of movies around the world. Super retro throwback reviews, retro horror, I Am Ice Lord, Torch the Fennekin. There's a whole bunch of people doing some kind of 31 days. So, like I said, if you're looking for new movies to watch, just check some, these pages out, and you'll find movies that, again, you might have never heard of or forgot about. Also in the description, I'll leave a link to all my other social medias. I got a Facebook fan page, I got a Twitter, I got an Instagram where I show off the movies behind me. Trying to get my TikTok back. I had a TikTok at one point. That's kind of up in the air. Part of the Wicked Horror Show, which tonight, if you're watching this, Tuesday the 26th, we will have L.C. Holt on to talk about his new movie he's directing. So we go live Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Facebook and YouTube, so you can ask questions and join along if there's trailers and stuff like that. If you're not a video podcast watcher, but you're more of an audio podcast listener, then we take the audio from this video and we post it on the Dorkening Podcast Network, so you can listen to it, but that goes up the week after. And also, I'll leave the link for the Wicked Horror Show Instagram page, so you can check out who's going to be on and previous guests and stuff like that. If we don't have a guest, then we'll just talk horror movies and stuff. But most of the time we'll have someone from, most of the time it's independent horror movies. Sometimes we'll get bigger, bigger guests, like people who have been in the industry for a long time. But we'll get actors, actresses, directors, producers, and stuff like that. So it's always fun. So if you want to join us live, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Facebook and YouTube. And then, like I said, if you're more of an audio podcast listener, we take the audio and put it on the Dorkening Podcast Network. Also, I have a new website, TonyHas9fingers.com, so check that out. And like I said, less than a week left in this 31 days, so always a fun time, always a long month, but fun times are shared by all. And I guess that's really about it. So I guess until tomorrow, I'll see you guys.